Wrestling fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of Gotmark76 this week. We have a great show lined up for you today, and our feature contest will be the total package Lex Luger defending his United States Heavyweight Championship against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. We'll also see Barry Windham as he goes one-on-one with Nikita and the returning Tully Blanchard as he takes on Michael P.S. Hayes. However, we start today's show on the World Wrestling Federation side of things, as we are only 1 week away from the Royal Rumble. One of the big matches on that pay-per-view event will be the natural Butch Reed as he takes on the Macho Man Randy Savage in a loser leaves the WWF match. Last week, we saw the Macho Man Randy Savage in action as he defeated the Honky Tonk Man, and this week we go to the World Wrestling Federation Superstars, as the natural Butch Reed takes on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Fireman's carried by Hacksaw, but a kick to the midsection, and Reed finds himself fighting for his WWF life as he takes on the Macho Man Randy Savage in 1 week's time at the Royal Rumble. The loser will leave the WWF. Now the natural Butch Reed is quite confident, in fact so much so that he has asked his manager Slick to try and prepare for future Intercontinental title match opportunities. Now, if that doesn't reek of confidence, I don't know what does, as Reed has a single leg crab on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Duggan able to escape. Duggan has his hands full at the Royal Rumble as well. He will be one of the 20 participants in the over-the-top rope battle royal that is the Royal Rumble. Every 2 minutes, a new competitor will come to the ring. The only way to win is to be the last man standing. An exciting match coming your way to Gotmark76 as Duggan working the neck of the natural Butch Reed. And of course, the big match, the big main event next week. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Ricky Seba as Reed goes for a cover and only gets a count of 1. This feud between Butch Reed and Randy Savage has been very personal. It started last spring when Butch Reed wanted to become a title contender. He wanted to challenge the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. He wanted to go for the World Heavyweight Championship. And he said the only way he could do that was to defeat the man who held both of those titles, and that was the Macho Man Randy Savage. So he was using Savage as a stepping stone, which I think many people kind of do that. They kind of gauge where they're at with their careers by going after somebody who's been in that spotlight. However, the methods and the means in which Butch Reed did so were very disrespectful to the Macho Man, as he went after the Macho Man's brother, Leaping Lanny Poffo. He attacked Macho Man in every match. He goes for the cover here on Duggan and a kick out at 1. The ways in which Butch Reed went after the Macho Man were very personal and very, I guess, strong, and the Macho Man had choice words for Butch Reed, and these two have been fighting all over the country. They had their big match at the big event in Toronto, Canada over the summer, and that feud did not stop. They wrestled each other in constant matches, trading victories here and there. So Jack Tunney said, well, A steel cage isn't enough. A lumberjack match isn't enough. We're going to do a loser leaves the World Wrestling Federation match. And both men, Butch Reed and Randy Savage, are very confident as Duggan slams Butch Reed down. Will Butch Reed even make it to the Royal Rumble next week? Duggan going for the cover. The momentum would be squarely on the shoulders of Macho Man if Butch Reed is unable to pull out this victory here. He's going to need all the momentum he can get heading in to next week's contest. And a backbreaker by Hacksaw and Jim Duggan, working the back now of the Natural. And now Duggan setting him up. It could be that big clothesline. If he hits it, Reed's in trouble. Duggan charges, and he's caught into a power slam by Butch Reed. Oh man! Reed knew it was coming, caught Duggan into a beautiful power slam that forced Duggan on the outside, a big right hand, and now Reed climbing the top rope. Could it be that shoulder block? He's allowing Duggan to get back to his feet. Could it be? He leaps and he nails him with a big shoulder block, and the back of Duggan's head bounces off of that ring not once but twice with a thud. And if Butch Reed hits this maneuver on the Macho Man, you can kiss the Macho Man's career goodbye. 3, and there he is, the winner, the Natural Butch Reed. If he hits that maneuver on the Macho Man, there's no way I see Savage kicking out, and the Natural Butch Reed can get any opportunity he wants. And here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. Both the Macho Man and the Natural with momentum heading into their big match next week at the Royal Rumble. Duggan had him. Here's that scoop slam, which set up the clothesline, the running clothesline. Butch Reed caught him and turned it into a power slam, taking Duggan down. A big right hand and a shoulder block off the top rope later. And Hacksaw Duggan's looking at the lights. Fans, your winner, the Natural Butch Reed. Both men have momentum heading into next week, but only one will stay. Will it be Reed? Will it be Savage? We will find out next week at the Royal Rumble. We'll be back with more Gotmark76 after this quick timeout. Welcome back to Gotmark76. Another big match next week at the Royal Rumble will be the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase as he challenges The Rock, Don Morocco, for the WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. The $1 Million Man is in action this week as he takes on Jake the Snake Roberts. We join that match in progress. By Jake the Snake Roberts, up and down goes DiBiase. And Jake Roberts finds himself early in control here. Kicking away at DiBiase and Jake Roberts staying on top. The $1 Million Man looking to head into next week's Royal Rumble with some momentum as he challenges Don Morocco for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. As Jake fires with a short arm clothesline, taking DiBiase down. That could be the precursor to the DDT. A snapmare takeover by DiBiase, and Jake Roberts is back on the mat. DiBiase missing with a kick. And reversing the hold by Roberts in a back and forth contest in the early going as DiBiase had that $1 Million Dream locked in but knew it was too early to put Jake Roberts away and slammed him down to the mat. Now DiBiase with a big punch to the back of Jake Roberts. Another jab. Has a front face lock. And rams his fist into the face of Jake the Snake Roberts. And DiBiase working the leg now of Jake Roberts up and over. And DiBiase in control. As Roberts. And rams him into that top turnbuckle. Roberts is in trouble. I spoke too soon. Reversal by Roberts. Throws DiBiase into the corner. And a big clothesline from behind, and Roberts has regained control. And now DiBiase whipping Roberts across the ring. Follows suit with a clothesline, and down goes Roberts. And now, come on, ref, get in there. DiBiase choking Roberts. He does have until the count of 5, but come on, man. And now DiBiase with a big axe handle to the lower back of Jake the Snake. Drops the elbow. Goes for the cover. 2, and a kick out at 2 by Jake the Snake. DiBiase has money. He has gold. But he does not have WWF gold. And that can all change next week. And Don Muraco, of course, has been a fighting champion since winning that Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship back at the big event in August. Taking on all comers, including his friend Billy Jack Haynes last week. But DiBiase... Ooh, Jake Roberts charge and misses. DiBiase moved. Into the turnbuckle goes Roberts. And now DiBiase has Jake up and a body slam down. This could be that elbow from the second turnbuckle. DiBiase has him set up and drops the elbow across the throat of Jake the Snake. Goes for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And DiBiase can't believe it. That maneuver has put many competitors away, but not Jake the Snake. DiBiase stays on Roberts, working the neck of the Snake. And now DiBiase setting up Roberts. Could it be that $1 million dream again? He's going for it, and Roberts reverses it with a big forearm to the back. Roberts escaping. DiBiase escaping. A back and forth contest here. Roberts back into the turnbuckle. DiBiase, and met with an elbow. DiBiase was going for another move. And Jake has him set up in a DDT, nails him. Out of nowhere, Roberts hits the DDT, goes for the cover, and you can count to 10. Your winner, Jake the Snake Roberts, and that has to stall any momentum that Ted DiBiase has had going into next week's contest. Wow. Jake Roberts taking the momentum away from Ted DiBiase. And one would think that if Ted DiBiase defeats Don Muraco for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, that Jake Roberts would be a top contender. And here's that elbow at the second turnbuckle that DiBiase did not get the pinfall for. And Roberts, with a series of reversals, found himself in a position to hit the DDT, and once he hit it out of nowhere, there was nothing DiBiase could do. And your winner, Jake the Snake Roberts. And the fans here at Madison Square Garden are on their feet, and they want Damien to come out and feast on the $1 Million Man.
The Snake Roberts.
And they may just get it. Roberts going into the bag, and here comes Damien. Oh, there he is, Damien. Fans will be back with more after this quick timeout. Welcome back to Gotmark76. This week, we have breaking news out of the AWA. The World Heavyweight Championship has been held up following a controversial ending to a match as champion Jerry Lawler was defending against Stan Hansen. We have exclusive footage from that live event, the closing moments of that AWA World Title Match as Jerry Lawler defended against Stan Hansen. Welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. We are 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble, which will take place on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel on Monday, January 21st. The main event for that show will be Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. In a match just announced this past week, Hulk Hogan will face off against Andre the Giant. If Hulk Hogan defeats Andre, then Hogan will receive a world title match at WrestleMania against whomever the champion should be at the conclusion of the Royal Rumble. The Macho Man Randy Savage and the Natural Butch Reed have reached a boiling point as they face off in a loser leaves the WWF match. Don the Rock Morocco, fresh off of his victory against Billy Jack Haynes last week, will defend the WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship against the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. The British Bulldogs look to reclaim the World Tag Team Championship as they challenge Demolition. And of course, the 20-man over-the-top rope Royal Rumble will take place as the competitors have been finalized. All this at the Royal Rumble on Monday, January 21st. Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson recently returned to the NWA at a recent live event. When asked whose side they were on between Barry Windham and Ric Flair, they had no comment. One would have to think that they are going to challenge for the NWA World Tag Team Championship, but here on Gotmark76 this week, Tully Blanchard in one-on-one action against Michael P.S. Hayes. And now Hayes whipping Tully into the ropes. Off the rebound and a beautiful hip toss by Michael P.S. Hayes. And now a side headlock by Hayes on Blanchard. I find it odd that both Arn Anderson and Jimmy Garvin are not at ringside cheering on their tag team partners. However, this match clearly favors Tully Blanchard. He has singles experience in this side cradle here on Hayes. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Tully Blanchard, of course, a former World TV champion, a former United States Heavyweight champion. And Michael P.S. Hayes, known for his tag team actions. Tully goes for the cover again. And Hayes gets his shoulder up. And now Blanchard whipping Hayes into the ropes, and a beautiful hip toss of Blanchard. Setting him up now for a pile driver and nails him with a pile driver. Hayes is in trouble. And now Blanchard has Hayes. And a big forearm to the back and elbow to the head. And now Hayes finds himself in the corner and in a world of trouble. As Blanchard setting him up, could it be a superplex? He's going up top. Drapes the it's an underhook suplex off the top rope and nails him with it. And Hayes clinching his back. Blanchard in control, picks up Hayes. An elbow to the top of the head. I'm not sure I understand why Tully didn't go for the cover there. Maybe he's just toying with Hayes and Hayes makes a pay. A fireman's takeover. Blanchard now whipping Hayes up and over the top rope. Now Blanchard and Hayes going at it on the outside floor. Whipping Hayes into the guardrail. And Hayes trying to fight back and kicks Tully in the midsection. Goes back into the ring, breaks up the count. And now, Tully ramming Hayes' head into the top turnbuckle. A roller from behind. Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Blanchard now has Hayes where he wants him. Leaning against the ropes. Flips Hayes across. Misses with a clothesline. Hayes hangs onto the rope and catches Tully. A kick to the midsection. And a DDT by Hayes! His finishing maneuver! He's dragging Tully to the center of the ring! Goes for the cover, Tully's in trouble! Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick up by Tully! Hayes thought he had it with that DDT. Now staying on top of Tully, working the arm. Hayes picking up Tully. Whips him into the corner. And follows up with a clothesline. And Tully rolls out of the ring wisely. P.S. Hayes is falling onto the floor. And a big clothesline from behind by Tully. The referee's count has begun. And Tully has Hayes up in a backbreaker. And Hayes throwing Tully into the guardrail. They're fighting on the outside floor. The referee's counting. Referee's count is up to 5. 6. And Hayes working the leg of Tully. 7. And both men back into the ring before the 8 count. And a belly-to-belly suplex by Hayes takes Tully Blanchard down. And now Hayes picking up Tully. Went for that DDT again, it looked like, and Tully reversed it. They're trading chops now. And a big elbow to the top of the head. Tully has Hayes setting him up. Front face lock. And here it comes, a slingshot suplex. Up and over goes Hayes. Tully nailed him with that slingshot suplex. The finishing maneuver of Tully Blanchard. And he goes for the cover. Can Hayes kick out? Referee counts 1, 2, and 3. And Tully Blanchard is your winner here.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Welcome back to Gotmark76 this week. We have some huge news to pass on to you, the viewer. Lex Luger will receive his world title opportunity on February 26th at WrestleWar. Now, he will face the winner of Ric Flair and Barry Windham as they face each other in a steel cage match at Clash of the Champions Texas Shootout. So the winner of Flair or Windham during the Clash of Champions will defend the World Heavyweight title against Lex Luger 2 weeks later at WrestleWar on February 26th. However, before WrestleWar, Lex Luger defends his US Heavyweight title in our main event against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Without further ado, here is our main event of the evening, Eddie Gilbert versus Lex Luger. And Luger may be ripe for the taking here for that U.S. Heavyweight Championship. It was just announced earlier tonight that he will get the opportunity at WrestleWar on February 26th. Whether that is Barry Windham or Ric Flair, we won't know until after the Clash of the Champions on February 12th. However, Lex Luger will get his world title match at WrestleWar February 26th, and that's either going to mean that Luger is more focused in defending his U.S. Heavyweight Championship, or maybe he's looking past the challenge of Eddie Gilbert and looking forward to that world title opportunity. Either way, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert has his work cut out for him. And the package is at the top of his game. Make no mistake about it. The big right hand takes Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert down. And Missy Hyatt at ringside giving her man Hot Stuff some encouragement. As Luger hits, a reversal by Gilbert, and a shoulder block by Luger takes Gilbert down. And now Luger stomping away on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Has Gilbert up in a beautiful slam, goes for the cover, and Luger picks up Gilbert, had a power slam, took Gilbert down, and picked up Gilbert before the referee could even begin to count, and Luger flexing to the fans. Now it gets up, and a clothesline by Luger on Gilbert, and Gilbert is in trouble. I said earlier that this could be to Eddie Gilbert's advantage with Luger getting that world title match, but it looks like he is taking everything in stride, and he's out there with a completely dominating performance thus far in the early going. And a hip toss by Gilbert gets out of the abdominal stretch. And now Gilbert stomping away on the total package. A forearm to the back, and a jab. Has an inverted atomic drop by Gilbert. And now Gilbert gaining control. And now Gilbert has Luger. And takes him over. Oh, and rams his head into the top turnbuckle. 9, 10 times goes Luger's head into that top turnbuckle. Gilbert goes for the cover. New U.S. champion, 1, 2, and throw a kick out by Luger. And Gilbert can't believe it. Oh man, that was ripe for the taking. As Luger whips Gilbert into the ropes, putting him up on the top turnbuckle. And he slams Gilbert down to the mat, and that has to be it. But instead of going for the cover, Luger again is flexing to the audience here. That's allowing Gilbert to get back to his feet. He was in a pinning predicament. Gilbert has Luger in a front face lock. Up and over with a suplex. Well, a back and forth contest here. Luger could have put hot stuff away, I truly believe, but did not go for the cover. And now Gilbert, and charges and misses. Luger moved out of the way and a big elbow to the top of the head. And a clothesline up and over goes Gilbert to the feet of his valet, Missy Hyatt. And Luger will take a count-out victory. Gilbert climbs back into the big clothesline. Goes for the cover. Referee position 1, 2, and again he picks up Gilbert. Come on, Luger. Oh, Luger nails Gilbert with a big right hand and a big elbow drop, misses. This could be the chance that Gilbert needed. A shoulder block by Luger takes Gilbert down. Another elbow drop, misses. And Gilbert setting up Luger for a pile driver, and he nails him with it. Could this be it? Could we have a new U.S. champion? Goes for the cover. Referee position 1, and a kick out of 1 by Luger. And an elbow drop by Luger by Gilbert staying on top of Luger. And now Gilbert stomping away on the total package, working the neck of Lex Luger. And Gilbert came within an eyelash of becoming the U.S. heavyweight champion. And Luger with a big shoulder block takes Gilbert down. Another shoulder block takes Gilbert down again. And now Luger setting up Gilbert. Here comes an attitude adjustment pile driver. He has Gilbert up and spikes him down to the mat. And that's all she wrote. Gilbert gave it a nice try here, but Lex Luger will retain the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. If he goes for the cover, that is. And he's picking up Gilbert. He wants to install more punishment on Gilbert. Whipping Gilbert hard into the turnbuckle, and down goes Gilbert. Now, come on, ref. Get in there. This match could have been over by now. Gilbert hooked into the ropes. And a beautiful power slam by Luger. Now Luger drops an elbow across the throat of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And nails Gilbert with a clothesline. Luger picking up Gilbert. Oh, and Gilbert fighting back with a big right hand. Stuns Luger in the corner, followed up by a knee. Gilbert is not done yet. Luger rolls up from behind. Hot Stuff Gilbert is down 2 and 3. No, a kick out by Gilbert. Luger now, it's almost as if he's getting desperate. He had opportunities to put this match away, and Gilbert kept fighting back. And when you let a guy like Gilbert stick around, it only benefits him. And a backbreaker by Luger. Luger whipping, and another power slam by Luger. the cover. 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out barely by Gilbert. Barely by Gilbert. Luger had Gilbert. Power slam. And this time he wanted to go for the cover, and Gilbert kicked out. And now Luger. Reversal by Gilbert. Want to kick to the midsection by Luger. A knee to the midsection by Gilbert. And a big clothesline by Luger takes Gilbert down. Luger dropping the leg across hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. Picks up Gilbert. And a big clothesline takes Gilbert down. Luger could he be setting him up for that torture rack? There's a forearm, and here comes the torture rack. And Gilbert is up in the torture rack. Can he escape? Luger has it locked in. I don't see Gilbert getting out of this one. And Gilbert has nowhere to go. He has to tap. He cannot escape. Your winner, and still U.S. Heavyweight Champion, the total package, Lex Luger. What a contest. Gilbert had this match a couple times, but Luger able to hold on. And he takes the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. He finally gets the date for his world title match at Wrestle War on February 26th. Fans, we thank you for watching Gotmark76 this week. We will see you next week. Wait a second, what is Luger doing? Going to the outside floor, and he's nailing Gilbert with the U.S. Heavyweight title. 3 times, 4 times, and Gilbert. Oh, come on. The match is over. And Luger has Gilbert up in a torture rack again. Fans, we thank you for tuning in to Gotmark76 this week. We will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.